This is arguably the coolest cellar and I've walked through some pretty amazing cellars.
It's a heritage building, so actually the cellar we're going to take a look at was one of the trickiest things to design.
3 floors.
And get permission to knock a hole through the floor in a way that wasn't going to damage the building. Quite rare where we're located in the heart of the city in Central.
One of the most exclusive wine clubs in the world. I'm here in Hong Kong at Club Batard, and I'm here to meet with their founders to do a little bit of a tour through the cellar. So come on, let's go. With Linden Wilkie, who is the co-founder here, and you're going to take me for a little bit of a tour.
We're going on a tour of 3 floors.
Tell me about the space. So it's 3 levels. We're on the bottom level here.
That's right.
How many bottles?
Around 10,000 bottles in total in the cellar when it's at full capacity. So it's quite a lot.
Yeah.
The idea here is, 3 restaurants on 3 floors, different restaurants, different cuisines, but the heart of the club, the part that links those 3 together, is the cellar. So members can look at a wine list. They can use the iPad.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you wouldn't have
the full iPad, otherwise you'd be thumbing for a while.
Yes.
Or what I really like is, say a member has an idea of what they might like to drink. You go and you browse the bottles. So it's a working cellar, but it's also a place where members can browse and see the bottles and find inspiration sometimes. Is how I like to do it.
Yeah, I do feel like it was almost like Fort Knox to get in here, though, because you had to get in and scan your face just to even get into this room. I could not even imagine the value of this cellar.
It's quite a lot.
Do you even have an estimate?
No.
Okay, so let's have a little bit of a walkthrough, and I would love to check out some of your favorite bottles.
Sure. So we're on level 1,
Yep.
and this is mostly Burgundy here.
Yeah.
Some pretty iconic wines. We even have some bottles of Henri Jaillet, which are wines that are on people's bucket lists.
Yeah.
And Domenico Romanée-Conti and...
Where is your... wow. Okay. Yes.
Conti Corner.
Post-2008, obviously, there was the removal of the wine tax.
Yes.
How do you think that really changed the way that your clients drink?
They just drank a lot more and there were a lot more clients. I mean, it had a really instant positive effect. It was pretty heady days here in the 2010s as everything grew quite quickly. I think we're probably in a period of a little bit more consolidation now, post-pandemic. It's been a little bit tougher out there. But Hong Kong is still absolutely a wine capital of Asia. It's not just that we have these on the shelves, it's that people drink them. Yeah. They're drinking the wine.
I know, they Hong Kong people certainly know how to open bottles.
They know how to open bottles. They're not timid at all to pull the cork out. When the occasion's right, the group of people is right, they'll open the bottle.
I could imagine that you have some crazy stories here of people opening some wild bottles. Any that come to mind?
Well, I think the interesting thing is, we drink with the right food and the right glass and the right setting, but Hong Kong people also like to sing, as we know. And so there have been some crazy bottles opened while singing classic canto pop. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So
what are some of the bottles that have been opened here?
I mean, Henri Jaillet bottles, Domenico Romanée-Conti, rare old things. Last night I hosted a dinner here, which was Chateau Latour from 1894 to 1910, which was a very specific...
1910?
And we had...
How was that?
I was really a little nervous, but the bottles were in amazing condition and they're ethereal and elegant. So we had those last night. So
1910, is that one of the oldest bottles that you've drunk?
No. I've had a few from the 19th century. You don't get to try them very often.
Yes.
But every now and then. So 1894 was the oldest.
1894. What producer?
So 1910 was the youngest. No, all Chateau Latour.
Oh, I thought you said 1894 for your oldest one that you've ever...
No, the oldest Bordeaux would be 1863. The oldest Burgundy would be 1846. I've hosted 3 dinners that were just 19th century wines. They take a long time to organize because you can't be in a rush to find the bottles.
Yeah.
And it's getting harder. But that's all in the, let's say, esoteric, rare and valuable end. But we're all about education and discovering new things here too. And in fact, one of the benefits of being a member is that you drink all the wines here at the retail price. And it's one of the reasons that it works and people are willing to drink the wines is they know that they're paying the right price.
Yes.
The same prices they would pay outside.
Incredible. I could spend all day here, but I know we need to move.
Some large format bottles.
I know they're huge.
Last night we had Christian Seeley from Chateau Latour here, and we got him to open a 15-liter bottle of Pichon Baron, which we were going to serve by the glass.
Yeah.
And it's almost completely finished. People ordered it, and we pretty much finished the 15-liter bottle.
That's incredible.
So it's about fun here too,
Yeah.
you know.
I was going to say, so you do have some left.
There's a little
Okay,
bit.
I have never seen a DRC Montrachet format like that.
It's rather incredible.
1985.
Which is a really lovely year for whites. That should be pretty tasty. I've had my eye on that, but I just want to be in the room when it's open.
I know. If I were you, I would just never leave.
Never leave.
The amount of bottles and the amazing things that would be opened here is just.
So these sorts of wines do actually get opened here.
Romane Conti, 1979. Latache, that's incredible. So what's in terms of? I mean, we've got the Burgundy section here, but is this all the Burgundy that's shown here, or do you guys have off-site storage?
We have a large off-site storage, temperature, humidity control, perfect conditions. We deliver in a refrigerated vehicle each day and replenish the shelves. Here is really the wines to serve, and then when they're consumed, we replenish.
That's such a crazy lineup of Rousseaus as well. I'm in absolute heaven. All right.
Come, let's have a look down the other side. So more.
I've got your Arnaud Lachaux.
Yeah. Claude Dugas, Philippe Paquelet. And you see, some young vintages, but also some quite old vintages.
Yeah.
People can drink things. Hong Kong people want to drink wines that are ready to drink.
Yeah.
So our challenge is to find good quality bottles, well stored, and then they get drunk, and we can't, you can't replenish the same wine.
Yeah.
But you replenish something in that kind of category, which means the list is always changing. I
know. I could imagine, and I have to ask, what do some of these bottles get up to in pricing? What's probably the most expensive bottle that you have on the list? I know it's probably forever changing.
Probably that bottle of Richebourg from Henri Jaillet. We have to check the price. It's probably around, 300,000 Hong Kong or something like that. Something like that. But when you get into the large formats, you can go into the millions.
Yeah. Like the Hong Kong people here, they are drinking a lot of Burgundy too. I know the focus kind of 10 years ago was Bordeaux. What are people drinking now that they weren't drinking 5 years ago?
As you say, Burgundy, a lot more than before. I've been here long enough to see that wave really come in. And as that's come in, people who've got interested in Burgundy have diversified their interest in Burgundy. So 10 years ago, it was maybe a narrower list of top names in Burgundy, a rather conservative look. And over time, there's been more interest in looking at all the other domains available, but also following newcomers.
Yeah.
So there's a real willingness in Hong Kong to try something new and want to discover. In fact, it's part of the Burgundy passion, I think.
Yeah.
People say, what's new? What's going on? What can you show me that I haven't tried before?
What are some of those suggestions?
Well, Les Oreilles, for example. Katerina Sade, who started only just a few years ago, makes beautiful, very precise, wonderful wines. Jeremy Carteret, who we've just started working with, is really quite new, but making absolutely beautiful, ethereal, fragrant, floral Burgundy. From terroir that's really not so famous, but he works in a particular way, and he has a following. So, and I think sometimes you'll have the same person who will drink the Jeremy Carteret will also drink Romane Conti.
Yeah.
So, I think people who love Burgundy become quite broad-minded about where they can get get their fix.
Yeah, I think there's a huge misconception about the Asian market as well in terms of they are the most educated, I would say, that I've ever seen. And their knowledge is, I mean, it's above all else. When they get obsessed with something, they really lock in and it's unbelievable. Okay, all right.
Shall we carry on? Carry on.
Let's keep
so
going.
We're going to go with this sort of this intermediate step as we head up a floor. So we have a few more reds here, but also some white. Eye candy bottles at eye level.
Yeah.
But actually, if you look a little higher, a little lower, you see a lot of quite interesting things too.
Yeah, you can just leave me in here after this.
With a corkscrew. Or,
Wow.
Oh yeah. So a wine from Olivier Lamy, for example, would be a fabulous choice. This 2020 Angrenny Saint-Aubin. 1,300 Hong Kong dollars, and you can have a really fine white Burgundy. So it doesn't have to be crazy.
But sometimes you just get lucky.
Well, and there are little signatures in wines like that, aren't there?
Yeah.
So this is a really fun corner because you've got Rhone Valley.
Yeah.
Got wines from China.
Bas Philippe and
Ao Yun. Yeah.
Should we talk about Asian wines? And yes, was it Michin? I've heard is fantastic as well.
Yeah, the Michin. We have the white round the corner, I think, at the moment. Yeah, Bas Philippe, fantastic.
Yes.
Gippsland wine. I'm a big fan. Ao Yun, I've been there in Yunnan province.
Really?
It's an extraordinary place.
Yeah, in Shangri-La.
Yeah. From Shangri-La, it's still more than 5 hours drive in a 4-wheel drive to get to their vineyards. Yeah. And you're rising to 2,500 meters. So Ao Yun means in the clouds, and you really are. Just spectacular landscape. And they're at just the right altitude to get the right ripeness and flavor.
Like at the Chinese market, drinking Chinese wine.
There's curiosity about them. It's early days, and
it's
Ao Yun
exciting
and
though.
Michin, they're proving that really great wines can be made, and wines that have something to say.
Yeah, I think obviously there's that lack of history, but when you blind them, they can give you a run for your money, that's for sure.
In fact, a lot of these wines end up exactly that in blind tasting, slipped in. It's like...
It's a little judgment of Paris.
You'll never guess where this is from,
Classic Italians over here. And then American section too. So.
Yes. And, in California, you have young things, like the Bond wines in Harlan, but also, these old Inglenooks. So people who want to explore older things can also do that.
Oh, wow. So what are some of your favorite kind of little gems of the New World?
Well, I love almost anything Californian in Cabernet with age, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. Those wines are amazing. And they're getting a little more expensive now as we drink them all. But that's still, I think, relatively great value and a lot of fun to try. And, you can do your own little judgment of Paris, putting them alongside Bordeaux.
Yes, 50 years.
Speaking of Bordeaux.
Wow, this is a very cool section too. Fantastic.
And, I love Bordeaux, and I think at the moment it's offering amazing value for money. And the nice thing is, because the wines are made in reasonable volume, you can find mature vintages in great condition.
Yeah.
So we can buy cases of things and put them in here, and members can try something different on a pretty continual basis, and we can keep replenishing and keeping that interest. And, things don't have to be expensive. I'm a big fan of Couvent de Jacobin, for example, in Saint-Emilion.
Yeah.
360 Hong Kong dollars for a bottle.
That's insane. I know what I'm having.
You can have 1,000. You can have 1,000 bottles of this, or 1 bottle of Henri Jaille Richebourg. So.
Yes. I don't know what I would prefer though.
So it's a tough choice, but no.
Wow.
So we're able to go a little older with the Bordeaux. So
so some Petrus. In terms of Petrus and like DRC, how many bottles would you say you have of those?
Always a Petrus, always a few dozen, maybe a couple of hundred or so.
Oh my gosh, that's 1949.
Wow.
That is unbelievable. It's the old label.
Have a look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Magnum of 1898 Latour.
1898, that's a great year, isn't it?
This was actually sold by Latour through Christie's some years ago. So it's from their cellar.
Yeah, wow, that's incredible. And so the question I do have to ask, the world post Rudy, and
yes,
there are a lot of bottles kind of that are counterfeit on the market still. Yes. What do you think the landscape's like today?
I think I mean, he did a lot of damage. I think there are still fakes out there, and you have to be really careful. And there are some things that are kind of known, and you have to be particularly careful. But it's always about due diligence when you're buying wines. You have to know the provenance and the condition, storage condition. So, is it genuine and has it been well stored? Those are the two things that drive it.
Yeah, and especially Jaillet, I know, is notoriously known for.
That's really tough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy that wine randomly at all. You have to really...
No, especially if it's at a discount.
You have to really know. There have been sales over the years, like Martine Saulnier's sale, her personal cellar. She was the agent in California. Okay, there you go. Those bottles are good. And I would rather pay a bit more for one of those than one, let's say, undocumented.
Yeah. So. Do you think there's still like a lot of people that are moving wines out there that like know about it? Know that they're like maybe like fake or whatever and they're just still moving them?
Oh, I'm sure there's all sorts of dodgy stuff going on out there, no doubt.
And then you have, your Pichon.
Pichon, yeah.
Wow.
And, just think about the value. 2010 Pichon Baron, that is drinking absolutely amazingly right now. Still young, but super delicious, great year, and, 1,800 Hong Kong dollars.
That's incredible.
That's a lot of wine in the glass for that price. So.
Yeah. I think you said something where it's like, wine is like language in a glass.
Yes, well...
I loved that.
If I said that, I'm lucky. I'm not sure I did, but...
You did.
Did I?
You did on an interview as well.
Oh, okay. I
did do my research.
I'd had my coffee. I'd had my coffee that day.
Yes, you did.
And Loire Valley, bit by bit, Rhone and Loire, people are, exploring a little bit more.
I feel like Shannon and I would say like Cabernet Franc are kind of like the winemakers variety. Like...
Yes. It's what wine geeks drink when they're geeking together.
And then the rise of Jour and more of that natural. Do you really see that coming through at all?
A little. Not as much here as I see in France.
Yeah.
A little, yeah.
And you've got some of your German wines behind here. And then...
I love these. This is a first love of mine. Mosel. Right when I started Fine Wine Experience in Hong Kong with Mike Wu, one of the first regions we focused on was Mosel alongside Burgundy. I think it's a cousin of Burgundy because it's terroir driven, single grape variety expressing soil and site. The only complication you've got is you also need to understand the Predicat system, how rich the grapes are at harvest.
Yeah.
But you can learn that pretty quickly. And then actually, once you know that, you actually have quite a lot of a sense of what you're going to get in the bottle. So yeah, I really love it. And it's great with our food here in Hong Kong.
Oh yes, Rieslings. Oof.
You like them?
Yeah. I think a lot of people, like internationally, I feel like a lot of countries don't really talk enough about how fantastic German Riesling is.
Yes.
But yeah, Mike, give me a JJ Vroom or Keller any day.
Okay. All right. We'll have to have lunch sometime.
And I heard at the top level it's whiskey, right?
Yes, there's a whiskey bar here.
There's a whiskey bar,
called Old Bottle Effect, OBE.
Wow.
Isn't it? It's an adventure. Exactly.
It's like instead of a concrete jungle, I want my little champagne jungle. I love it.
So here you can see we have well-known labels, sometimes old vintages. Like what have we got there? 73.
Yeah.
Noix de Chandon or a 73 Cristal. It's also about value.
1959 crude.
So we have currently 2017 and 2015 Dom Perignon at 1380 Hong Kong dollars.
That's insane. I was thinking, the terminology like girl math. I'm like thinking if you buy a membership here and then it ends up working out because the wine that you're buying anywhere else would end up being, it pays for itself.
Your girl math is spot on. And in fact, you drink one bottle of Dom Perignon here in a month and you kind of quid's even, right? And after that, everything you're drinking, you're saving money.
Yeah, that is how I would like to justify.
I follow girl math. I'm also a girl math mathematician on that. Yeah.
No, I love it. Fantastic.
So that's been another interesting trend. You have your classics, but also now grower champagnes.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic what's going on there. I call it a quiet revolution because it's still a small percentage what's happening in Champagne, but in terms of impact for the drinker, it's huge.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of people who like Burgundy just sort of partly migrating into Champagne.
Yeah.
And I think the value and the meticulous work, the great terroir, it's there.
Yeah.
Champagne. So
For sure.
these all have a following, and we love finding things and bringing them in.
I was going to say, what are some of your favorite girl
I
Champagne
love
producers?
Fabien Cazet from Cazet Thibault. You know, very precise work. He's a great farmer and very meticulous winemaker. His cellar, where he ages the Vin Clair, you open the trap doors and you have to go down with a torch because he hasn't got power down there. And you just keep going down the chalk. And on the sides, you see people who've written their initials like 100 years ago, still crisp in the chalk. That's quite amazing.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my gosh. Wow.
And so, you know, with him and growers like that, or Alexander Chateauin from Chateau Taillé, for example,
Yes.
you can taste terroir, you can taste grape variety, and you can taste vintage. And it's a lot of fun. You like champagne?
Is that a question? Yeah, so I'm a big champagne fan.
And so the tree design, Joyce Wang designed the aesthetic, the design of the cellar. And I just love how you come up the stairs and then there's sort of a joyous feeling with these champagne trees. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And you've just announced that you're opening in Shanghai.
In Shanghai, so we get to repeat the process.
Yeah, when is that
Exciting.
opening?
Opening in November this year.
Yeah.
We just announced it this week. So
Yeah.
we have an amazing property. You know, after finding Petter Building, kind of set the bar high for the kind of property we like,
Yeah.
not just the location. And so the search was on in Shanghai for something in the right location, but with heritage and character.
Yeah.
So we're really happy. We have a place called Cha House in Jing'an, and
I know the property looks fantastic as well.
so the work is on
Yeah.
to get all that ready for
Fantastic.
November.
Oh
So
my gosh. Well,
you'll have to come and do another follow-up.
oh, just again, twist my arm again. You just, yeah. Yeah. I would absolutely love to do that. In terms of the future of wine, especially here in Hong Kong, what do you think the next 5 to 10 years look like?
What I hope to see and what I think will happen is, you know, it's an evolving, maturing market, and I hope we see people just follow their curiosity. And it should be about curiosity. There's a lot of amazing wine, and Hong Kong really is. It is the best place in the world to drink because we have the diversity of wine, a lot of passionate importers, wine merchants, and places in Hong Kong to drink. But also because of the zero tax, you drink at the best possible prices. So I think we'll continue to see the market develop. I see young people drinking wine in Hong Kong. I see them following new things. So I'm pretty confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having me here.
It's been a pleasure, Mackenzie. Thank you for coming.
I'll see you in Shanghai.
We'll see you in Shanghai or Burgundy.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.